Hello guys, today we'll be learning per point emission rates and we'll be making fireworks of from the particle system. Okay, first let's see what is per point emission rates. So let's say you have a curve or a geometry or anything, you can create a particle out of it. So let's say this is what I have, a curve, or maybe you can say geometry. I can see the CVs. So when I go to particle and say emit from object here, and in this emit from object, I can choose surface. So it's not going to take this vertices. Uh, it will not consider those things. It will consider the entire curve to emit particles out of uh, the whole curve basically. But if I choose omni or maybe a directional particle and say direction, say 1, and I'll just make 0, and this is point 0.3. So if I create this, you can see these particle systems are coming out of curves. But if, if I look at the channel or attribute editor, I do not have any control on this particle system. Uh, there is only one emitter which I have, but I do not have control on separate vertices, a particle system of separate vertices basically. So you can select the curve and go to particles and say per point emission rates. The moment you say per point emission rates on this curve, you will see this, you will get a number of vertices and the control emitter for all those vertices. So if I say make everything 0 and reverse it and play it, you can see this is only thing which I'm getting, and I can control. I can make 1000 particles, or maybe I can say 500 particle systems, so lesser or more. Okay, got an idea? So this is what you can do uh, with this per point emission rates. So we will be making per point emission rate for the for particle system. You can do a per point emission rate from particle to particle, from geometry on curve, as you have already seen. So you can use it at anywhere. So what I'll do is I'll just create an emitter here, create reset setting. You can create omni emitter also, okay, and you can create maybe a directional emitter as well, okay. So let's say a directional emitter will create, and now you can see this has a very thin line coming in there and going in x direction. This is what happens when you create a directional particle system uh, as default. So you can change it later on as well, direction 1 and then 0, and I will just split it by 0.3 or something. You can see here. So now this is coming out of it, but I do not want this particle system to so many particle system here. I want only one or two particles. It's going like a rocket or something kind of. This is what I want to do. So what I'll do for this is press Ctrl A and then go to emitter and convert this rate of this particle to 2 or something like this. So you can see this particle system, or I can just convert it to 1. So this is coming. Speed is quite slow, so I will increase the speed by maybe 5 or something and give a little variation so that every particle system moves with the different speed. So it's like kind of rocket. Let me change it so that you can see. I'll just go to particle and make it a sphere. You can say current render type, and you can reduce the sphere radius also. So these are, you can say, our rockets coming out of, and they are going unlimited. They are not dying anywhere. So for them to die, I need to do or change lifespan attributes. This is live forever, and I want it a random range. So I want them to live for 1 second, maybe, let's say, and I want everything to die on different time. Means I don't want them to die on the same plane, basically. So you can say 0.3 or something, or 0.2 or something, and say 1.3 or something. This is what I want, and now they will go up and die. So this is very less. I can just say 3. I want a little more speed here, say maybe 8 or something I want. So it should go like a rocket, you know. Okay, cool. Or maybe I can just go for a 10 speed. Yeah, so yeah, it's going like rockets here and there right now. So cool, and they are dying on a different timing as well. Okay, so this is our particle 1, which is behaving like rockets. So what I can do is I can select this particle system and go to particle and then say emit from object. And in this emit from object, instead of directional, I'll reset the setting so it will become omni. So create. So the moment you create emit from object, you can see this because of the speed of particle 1, this particle 2 are creating a nice trail here, and they are also not dying. So I don't want to control the speed of this particle system, but I want to control how they are going to die. So select this particle shape 2, this particle emitter 2, which is directly parented under particle 1. So if you look at the emitter 2, which is parented under particle 1, because we have said uh, emit from object, this particle to particle emission. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll convert this whole thing into a rocket based stuff. So what I want to do now is I want them this particle shape too. This I don't know, I don't want to leave them forever. I also want a random range here. Maybe they I want them to live for 1.3 or zero point 0.2 variation, and then it goes, and they are dying, you know. You can see this. It's looking like more like a rocket, and they are dying right now. Okay, cool. I'm not giving any color, I'm not changing, because when you look at the particle type here, these are points. Things which do not have SW, means like software render, in front of them, we need to render them in hardware, but I don't want to do that because I want to add a glow inside Maya and all this kind of stuff I want to do here, you know. So I'll be replacing this particle system with instance geometry. So this is cool, this is going well right now. Okay, and to behave this stuff a little more nicely, I would select the particle system, and I can go to fields and give a little turbulence here at reset setting. So I'm just using a default stuff here. Okay, so let's create a turbulence for this particle system. So once you reverse and play, a little turbulence is there. You can select a turbulence field and convert this attenuation maybe to 0. Maybe you can increase a little bit of magnitude. So with this you will see a little bit of variation happening due to turbulence field. So it is like more natural uh, as it's going not straight, but you know, turbulating. So I can just make a 5 or something, see it. Yeah, so it is more spreading, so I'll say make 4 maybe. Yeah, so it's looking nice right now. So it's like kind of a rockets coming out of the box, or maybe any source we will make it here or something like here. But what's happening in last, it's not blasting. This is what I want to do here. It's tricky. So that thing can be done with per point emission rates. Right now what we have is emitter 1 and emitter 2, but we do not have any kind of control on this particle system. So let me hide this particle 2 for the time being, and let's see with particle 1 only. So this is particle 1 only coming out. Okay, so what I want is I want to emit one more particle system for the blast purpose. So I'll keep this setting as default, as we've already seen. uh, Speed we will increase later on. So I don't know what speed we should increase right now. So let's say create. So this is emitter 3, which is also parented under a particle 1, and it will behave same like a particle 2, except turbulence we do not have in on this. But I do not want this particle system to start from the beginning. I want it to start once this particle system die, so it creates a blast. Okay, and I also do not want this particle 3 to take up the motion of particle 1. So once this particle shape 1 dies, then only I want to create this particle system. To do that, I'll select the particle 1 and press Ctrl A. Now you can see this, I have couple of already defined attributes here, like position, ramp position, velocity, and so on. Okay, but I do not have any control on this particle. I have this control on those particles, but on their own, means like with their own emitter, and I cannot key emitter rates because of the reason that I don't know where this particle is gonna die, and if I animate or key this rate here, it will not give me the effect which I want. Maybe it will give, maybe you can calculate effect for this one particle, but what about the another one? What about this one? So he's dying here, he's dying here, I cannot calculate or animate the rate of the particle system. So what next? How are we going to control? So select the particle and then 1, and say per point emission rates, and whenever you do per point emission rate, whenever you go to particle, you can see this, you have got emitter 2 rate pp and emitter 3 rate pp automatically, and here we have nothing. Let's reverse it and play it. Right now when you see, I'm only getting particle 1, I'm not getting particle 2 and particle 3. Particle 2 was hidden. Let's unhide it, and let's see. So still I do not have particle 2 and particle 1 working, because of the reason now I need to define something here. To define something here, I'll just create a ramp. Okay, so when you create a ramp in particle 2, and sorry, right click, just create a ramp, and whenever you go to edit ramp, you have a color. This is the beginning, this is the mid edge of the particle, and this is the end, means completing the edge over here. So I do not want this 2 here, I want it to be in white color. One step back, and you can see this maximum value is 1. So this is gonna be our emitter rate. So it was 100. Let's see this when I play it. After creating ramp also, I'm getting only couple of particle system, very small particle system. So I'll just make it 100 as it was on default. The moment you do that, you see this particle 2 has started coming out. Cool. Now what I can do next is I can again go to particle shape 1 and create a ramp for this also, and I can go to edit ramp. Now what I want is, I do not want them to start from the beginning, I want them to start in the end when they die. So simple, you need to just move this white color up, and here they will die, they will start. The rest of the thing is black, so these particle systems are not going to display in the beginning and the mid edge or something. It will start only in the end when this particle system is going to die. Okay, cool. But one step back, and I would also like to convert this maximum value to 100 so that they come out of it. So if you look at these particle systems, and once they are dying, and another particle system are coming out. So this is particle 3 coming out basically. So I'll just select this so I'll just select this particle 3 here, and let's do some changes. So just to see this, I can say object at per object attribute, and I'll go here and say red color so that we know what particle I'm getting in the end and how they are behaving also. So you can see this, and this is happening in n actually. So what I want is, I do not want them to start so early here. So to do that, particle 1, and I can still edit a ramp, move this thing a little more up here. I want them to start little more later on. So let's play this. Okay, so this is actually happening, and now what I want is this particle system to die a little early, this particle 2. So go to life random range, instead of 1.3 I'll say 1, so they die early. Okay, so this is the blast happening on the upside, which is happening with the particle 3. So I'll select particle 3. The first thing which I want to do is, like, for this also it's like 1.3 or something, 0.2 or something. And the next thing which I want to do is, I would select this emitter 3 here, increase speed maybe by 10 or something. They should blast, this speed was slower, that's why. And I would also say maybe 200 particle systems here. So let's see how they go for the blast. Yeah, so it's blast happening, as you can see. Or maybe 500 particle system I want. So okay, so this 500 rate is not working, as you can see. This 500 200 is not working. What I need to do is, it will not work, because what we've done is, in this particle 1 emission point rate. So if you want to increase the number of particle 3, you have to go all the way down here in particle shape 1, and you need to go to emitter rate particle and say edit array mapper, and in this edit array mapper you need to increase this. So I'll just make 300 maximum value. Now you can see this, our rate will be increased. Yeah, so this looks really nice. So this is like kind of a fireworks which I want to do now. Okay, what next then? Now this is hardware render particle system basically. So when I render it in my software, it's not going to render here. Okay, and I will receive a warning that this is a hardware render buffer. Yes, you can render it with points with the hardware renderer, but I do not want this. So to do a little bit, or to give a little bit glow here, I have made a couple of cones here. Okay, kindly see our previous tutorial, instancer replacement, where I have shown you the scripts and other stuff. So you will get a proper knowledge how are you going to replace the instancer and give a glow and other stuff. So I'll just replace the instancer and write couple of expression for rotation and scale and index pp, and then get back to you to show you the final results. Okay, so I have done the instancer replacement. Let's play it. So you can see this, I have wrote a script here. I created some of the parameters as discussed in earlier tutorial. So I have made a custom rotation and I have made a custom scale where I have given a creation expression here in both of them, as you can see this. Okay, which was discussed earlier in previous tutorial. Okay, so this is what we have done, and similarly I have done the same thing for particle 3 also. So this, which was discussed in earlier tutorial. As you can see this, I have 4 geometries in which 4 different shaders applied, and also created a different spatial effects glow with the different values, so that they will glow in a different um, uh, differently, not same glow something. So let's play it as instancer are replaced. So this is a rocket going, and let's have wait for blast 1 or something, and then let's render. So you can see this, I'm getting some uh, nice fireworks. I can scale couple of stuff a little bit more so that the glow comes in a little much better or something, so let it come, and then when I see this, you can see this, I have different glow coming in, and you can increase the particle system as well. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I feel like uh, this is good for your custom rockets or custom kind of fireworks. If you want to do this, is a easy way of doing it, and you can create anything out of it. So we hope that you have enjoyed it. So see you in next tutorial. Thanks a lot for watching.